My pulling strength used to be the strongest chain of my strength in general. It was the main movement, the main muscle group, ideally my back, that I was most confident in, right? I found as though relative to my push strength, I was nowhere near as strong as my pull strength, right? Well, a lot has changed. I've focused a lot more on the planche. I've developed a lot more specificity towards its form, all these skills, isometric holds and stuff. And when I consider this, I have neglected a lot of back work. I decided to purely focus on the planche and sacrifice any other form of skills or any general hypertrophy work in the back. And it's an obvious statement to say that I've regressed a lot in strength. Normally, these numbers I'm hitting is nowhere near as much as I used to do. I used to hit like around 30 kilos for 5 sets of 5. I was doing with a relative, I was comfortable with those weights, right? Now I'm focusing more on 4 sets of 10, higher rep, higher volume, in order to compensate for that general lack of back strength that I've lost, right? And because of that, there comes a point of sacrifice, right? In terms of training arcs or training periods. You have moments where you're slowly building the strength over just like general hypertrophy work, right? You increase the strength potential by increasing mass, right? And by doing so, you slowly alternate or like you transfer that strength potential to that neuromuscular or that neurological skill that you're developing, right? And in that sense, right, I am slowly going back into the more conditioning phase where I'm trying to build that strength over time with my back. And because of that, I've realized that in my quest to do the planche, there's a lot more back engagement and a lot more requirement in these strength, right, in the posterior chain that I need to consider. So with this session being a lot more hypertrophy, I realized that this is really taxing on the body. I was very tired throughout my whole session. I wasn't really able to hit my high, all my reps, right, or in each set. I had to lower the weight from about 35 pounds to about 25 pounds in my pull-ups. And this has always been a problem throughout my pull-ups and just my back endurance-wise, right? I had the strength or the explosive strength to do very high weight, so high intensity, high load, but at very low reps, right? It's as if I've got a lot in the tank. I go in for like 6 reps non-stop with the pull-ups, and as soon as I take a rest, I'm gassed out. I can't go any further unless I just keep pulling and just do so with without any thought, and I just keep going with the same period, the same timing with each rep, right? In that sense, there's a lot more I can produce. But in terms of that general endurance and that volume demand, I've lost a lot of that skill, and I'm slowly considering improving this over time. So that's basically the summary of this workout, and I'll finish it off here.